In the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, a horrific crime would forever change the community and become one of America's most chilling unsolved mysteries. What you are about to hear is a true story. The events took place on the night of June 9, 1912, leading into the early hours of June 10. The Moore family home stood as a respectable residence on a peaceful street. Josiah Moore, a prominent businessman, his wife Sarah, and their 4 children Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and Paul, along with 2 visiting friends Lena and Anae Stillinger, had attended a church service that Sunday evening. None of them could have known it would be their last. The group returned home around 9:30 p.m. that evening. They went about their usual bedtime routine, settling in for what should have been a peaceful night's rest. But in the dark hours that followed, an unknown intruder would commit an act of unimaginable brutality. Sometime after midnight, the killer entered the house. Armed with an axe found in the Moore's coal shed, they methodically moved through the home. The murderer went from room to room, striking each victim in the head as they slept. All 8 victims were found lying in their beds, having been struck multiple times with the blunt end of the axe. The morning of June 10 brought the discovery that would shock the small town to its core. Mary Peckham, the Moore's neighbor, noticed that the usually active household showed no signs of life. No one had come out to do morning chores. The windows remained covered and the doors locked. Concerned, she called Josiah Moore's brother Ross, who arrived with a spare key. What they found inside would haunt them and the town of Villisca for generations. 8 bodies, all killed in their sleep. The killer had covered the victims' faces with bed sheets and clothing. More disturbingly, they had covered all the mirrors in the house and left the murder weapon, a bloody axe, leaning against a wall in the guest room. Before I continue with this chilling story, I want to take a moment to connect with you, our valued viewers. If you are finding this documentary interesting and want to support our channel, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe. We bring you fascinating true crime stories like this one every day, and your support helps us continue our work. The investigation that followed was extensive, but ultimately inconclusive. Several suspects emerged, including a traveling Presbyterian minister, Reverend George Kelly, who would later confess to the murders only to recant. A traveling businessman named Henry Moore, no relation to the victims, and a suspected serial killer, William Mansfield, were also investigated, but no concrete evidence linked any of them definitively to the crimes. The murder scene revealed disturbing details about the killer's methodical nature. They had filled a bowl with water and left a piece of cloth, suggesting they had cleaned themselves before leaving. All windows in the house were covered with clothing from the home, creating an eerie darkness. A slab of bacon was found wrapped in a cloth on the kitchen floor, and a plate of uneaten food suggested the killer may have prepared themselves a midnight meal. The impact on Villisca was profound. The town, which had never locked their doors before, now lived in fear. The murders marked the end of an era of innocence. The Moore house still stands today, a silent witness to that terrible night. It has become known as one of America's most haunted locations, with visitors reporting strange phenomena and unexplained occurrences. Over a century later, the Villisca Axe Murders remain unsolved. The case continues to fascinate true crime researchers and historians, serving as a dark reminder of a night when evil visited a peaceful Iowa town. The victims' names are forever etched in the annals of true crime history, and their story serves as a haunting testament to an era when a locked door was considered unnecessary and trust in one's neighbors was absolute. The mystery of who committed these brutal murders may never be solved, but the story of that fateful night continues to be told, ensuring that the victims are never forgotten and reminding us that even in the most peaceful places, darkness can descend without warning.